I am from the Boston area, and Pau is from Barcelona. I am a touring singer-songwriter and have spent the past few years traveling a lot around Europe, playing shows in tiny little rooms and people's living rooms and staying on people's couches and learning a lot about life and the world and people. And this past August, I went to Spain for the first time. I went to Barcelona to record with collaborators that I had never met before, who spoke a language that, frankly, to expose myself, I didn't even know existed. And very, very quickly, I found, yes, Catalan, not Spanish. I knew about Spanish. But very, very quickly, I found a soul family and a creative home that I couldn't have imagined. So we're going to share some of those songs. It's a real treat to have not only Pau here, but the rest of our Barcelona team. And for me, the idea of all of this is that sometimes you have to go outside of what you know to be true about yourself and who you are and your surroundings to get closer to some truth of who you are. So this is the first track we made together. It's called Alive.
You said take it, it's yours, like there is such a thing, like the world doesn't hang from an ownerless string. So I open my hands and I give it all back again. And dare I ask, if falling in love is a thing of the past, the higher the stakes, the sweeter the task. 'Cause here in the night, just one single song will put a burden to flight. There is nothing left to be but alive. Streets in my little town, the shadows they move through each little house. How simple it must seem from above looking down. And dare I ask, falling in love is a thing of the past. The higher the stakes, the sweeter the task. 'Cause here in the night, just one single song will put a burden to flight. There is nothing left to be but alive. Dare I ask, if falling in love is a thing of the past, the higher the stakes, the sweeter the task. 'Cause here in the night, just one single song will put a burden to flight. There is nothing left to be but alive.
Pau Figueres. We'll play one more song for you here. It is such an honor to be at at TEDx Boston, at any John Warner event. I never know what I'm in for, but I always go because it's always amazing in so many unexpected ways. So thank you for having me, John. This is another song off the EP that we made together, and it's similarly about finding home in unexpected places and about all that I've learned from my travels as a singer-songwriter. It's called The Little Sadness.
On the long ride to Munich, I was glad to be alone. I saw the future like a blanket on the foggy mountain roads. When it was too late to go back and too early to call home, I thought everyone I love is asleep out there. I've got all of this new life I've gotta put somewhere. I've gotta put somewhere. A man whose name I can't pronounce and a waitress he'd once loved took me dancing in a part of town that they were both fond of. When it was too late to go back and I had nowhere to call home, I thought everyone they love is asleep out there, and I'm just passing through on my way somewhere, on my way somewhere. And here comes the little sadness. Here comes the little sadness again. 'Cause you can't take it with you, but for a moment I'll pretend. No, you can't take it with you in the end. On the night of some election, we were walking in the park. It was dusk and there were people out, guns strapped upon the guards. And I was noticed by some strangers as they waited for the train. Someone was talking about America and asked me to explain. And I said, everyone I love is asleep out there, and I forgot I have a life of my own somewhere, of my own somewhere. And here comes the little sadness. Here comes the little sadness again. Like a story I won't tell you, like a letter I can't send. 'Cause you can't take it with you in the end. No, you can't take it with you in the end.
Tal Figueres, my name is Haley Bearden. Thank you so much.